Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are building a stunning, fully responsive landing page using React and Tailwind CSS, the perfect combo for modern, slick design. Whether you are a beginner or someone looking to sharpen your skills, this video is packed with valuable insights. I will be walking you through everything from installation and setup to final polished design. Not only will you learn how to create this beautiful page, but I will also share some pro tips along the way. I promise to explain each step in detail so you don't feel lost. By the end of this video, you will have a new perspective on building web pages. One that makes development faster, easier and more fun. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable and let's dive into the exciting project together. Don't forget to like, subscribe it and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on future content. Alright, let's get started. So this is the folder where we will install React and Tailwind. Inside this folder, we have a color code folder, a credit card image and a play icon SVG file. The color code folder contains the color codes we will be using in our project. Now let's open the terminal by clicking on the three dots, then terminal, then new terminal. Your terminal will open. In this terminal, we will run the commands to install the Vite, React and Tailwind. Next, let's go to the browser and search for Tailwind CSS. Press enter, then click on the first website. Once you have there, click on the docs section, then select framework guides, scroll down and click on Vite. Here are the steps we need to follow to install Vite, React and Tailwind CSS. Now simply copy the first command by clicking on the icon next to it. Then head back to the VS Code and paste the command in the terminal by pressing Ctrl+V and hit enter. It will now tell us to run 3 commands. But since we are already in the My Project folder, we only need to run the second command. Copy that second command, paste it in the terminal and press enter. Vite will begin installing. This may take a little time, so be patient. Once it's done, Vite is successfully installed. Next, go back to the browser and copy the second command. Paste it into the VS Code terminal. This command will install Tailwind in our project. You will see a My Project folder created, and inside it a tailwind.config.js file will be generated, which means Tailwind has been installed successfully. Now, back in the browser, copy the highlighted part of the third command. Head back to the VS Code, click on the tailwind.config.js file and paste the copied code in appropriate place. Now let's go to the fourth command, copy it and head back to the VS Code. Click on the src folder, then on index.css, clear the file completely and paste the command you copied. Press Ctrl+S to save. Now copy the fifth command from the browser, paste it into the terminal and run it. This will start our project. Now you will get a link to it. Copy that link and paste it into the browser. Now you will see your Vite and React app is running. Now let's install a font. Search for Google Fonts in the browser and click the first link. Once there, search for Public Sans. Click Get Font, then click Get Embedded Code. Click on Import and copy the code, excluding the style tag. Now go back to the VS Code and open the index.css file. Paste the code at the top of the file. Next, go back to the browser and copy the font family property from the font details. Go back to the VS Code and inside the index.css file, create a universal selector by writing asterisk and open and close curly braces. Paste the copied part inside the curly braces and add padding 0, margin 0. This ensures that the font applies to all the text in the project and the default margin and padding of every element are set to the 0 as we have defined in our universal selector. Now let's clear the app.jsx file. Type RFC and press enter to generate the basic JSX code. Press Ctrl+S and now you will see the word app in the output. Next, clear the app.csx file too. Next, clear the app.css file too. We won't need it because we will be using Tailwind CSS. We have our PNG and SVG files outside of the My Project folder, so let's move them into the asset folder. Select both files, right click and choose cut. Then go to the assets folder, right click and select paste. Now the items are moved into the assets folder. In the color code folder, we have the color codes we will use in our project. Go to the color code folder, copy the background color code, then open the index.css file, create a body selector and set the background color property to the copied value. Press Ctrl+S to save. We also have another color code for the text. The color code is RGB 255 0.5, which means white with 50% opacity. Copy this code, go back to the index.css and inside the body selector, add a color property with the copied value. So now if you check the output, you will see a dark background with white text that has 50% opacity. And that's the project setup complete. Now we are ready to start the actual coding. So this is our SRC folder where we have our assets and components. Now let's create components folder inside the SRC folder where we will create all the components that will be needed for our project. Now we are creating a file named navbar.jsx and again using RFC command to generate basic JSX code and save it and import it in app.jsx. Here if you write open angle bracket then name of the component, that is Navbar, then VS Code will automatically give you a suggestion. Only you have to click on that suggestion so that component will automatically get imported to your desired component. Here output is showing Navbar, that means our component has been imported successfully. Now let's design our Navbar component. Before that, let's add some padding on app.jsx in top and bottom direction. For this, write class name in opening div element, and we use class name attribute to write all styles in Tailwind CSS. Like I have to give padding in top and bottom direction, so I will write py4. Py means padding in y-axis, means you are giving padding top and padding bottom simultaneously. See output. Now come back to the Navbar component. Here we have only one div element, which is your parent or root element. Let's create one more div inside this. Then give styling to our root div element. Again for giving styling, use class name attribute and write Tailwind CSS. Like we have written here px24, it means padding in x direction, means in left and right direction. So we have given padding left and padding right by this single command. And value 24 means 24 into 4, that is 96 pixel. So 24 means 96 pixel, okay. So our navbar will have 3 sections. So now we are creating our first section. So I will add comment here, nav section 1. For making comment, you have to select the line and press Ctrl plus backslash. Now here I am creating a div. Inside this I will write nav items using the anchor tag. See, this is our output of section 1. So this text is bigger, so we will add one property to our root div element, that is text sm, so that our default text size for this navbar component will be 14 pixel. So you can see now text size becomes smaller. Now we have to just separate these items. For this we will use the flex property in section 1 div. So again write class name and write flex and gap 12. Flex means this div will have now display property flex, and gap 12 means gap between the item will be 48 pixels. How? So 12 into 4, that is 48, so it will be 48 pixels. See, items separated. Now creating the second section. So again we will write a comment of nav section 2. Inside this section we will only create logo of our project. So it is very simple, just create a div and write name of our project inside it. See how it seems. We have a color code for this logo name, so we will go to our color code folder and copy that code. Then come back to the section 2 and write class name and write text, then inside square bracket paste that code. See, color of the text has been changed, but one thing maybe arose in your mind, that why we use that square bracket. So remember this, whenever you want to give any custom values that is not defined by Tailwind, so you have to use the square bracket. Now let's increase the text size of our logo. Write text 3XL. So 3XL is already defined in Tailwind, and font semi-bold. So it will add some boldness to text. See how it is looking now. Now we are creating our nav section 3, in which we have only 2 buttons. So we can also call it as button section of our navbar. Let's create a parent div. Inside it, create 2 child divs. One is for login button and second is for sign up button. They are not aligned in a horizontal line, so we are gonna use flex property for align them horizontally with same gap value we have given in first section, so that it should look consistent. Or all sections are not horizontally aligned, so for making them aligned horizontally we will add flex property to their root div element and use another property, that is justify between. So this property will give equal space between our sections. You can see they align horizontally. Again we will use one more property, that is item center. This property ensures that all items are vertically centered. If you feel problem with this flexbox properties, then you should first learn flexbox. See, for now it all aligned correctly. Now let's design sign up button. We will give same text color to it as we have given to our logo name. We are making its text size as 16 pixel. Text base means text 16 pixel plus with some additional properties, and font semi-bold. See, buttons look has changed. Now see, this logo name is not at center of the screen. It is at center of the navbar, but it is not at center of the screen. So let's move it to the center of screen. For this we will first do it position absolute. See, logo moved to the left. Then we will add relative property to the root div element for our navbar. Then top 0 ensures that it's 0 pixel away from its relative element from top direction. So it is already at that position from top. Then left 1 by 2 means left 50%. So this ensures that item should away 50% of its width size from its relative item from its left side. Even also it is not at center. Then translate x 1 by 2 means move it 50% in x direction. So it moved it in right direction. We have to move it in left direction. For this, add only one dash or subtraction symbol before the translate property. So it will become translate minus 50% in x direction. See, now our logo is at center of the screen. This might be confusing, but if you have practiced enough CSS, then maybe you had understand. It is a simple way of moving div at a center. So this design is completed for the screen side. Now we will make it responsive for tablet side. Let's open your inspect tab of the browser. Right click on the browser page and at last you will get inspect option. Here we can see how our web page is look in different device sizes. Here we are selecting a laptop side device which is Next Hub Max, but maybe our web page have some issue. So let's go to the app.jsx and give its width as 100 view width. We write W screen in Tailwind for width 100 view width. Okay, issue have solved. This is the look of our Navbar, that how it will look in the laptop size device which have width of 1200 pixels. And now change the device. Now we have selected another laptop side device, but it has 1024 pixel of width, smaller than earlier one. So our navbar is looking perfect in laptop devices. Now let's select one tablet device. We selected iPad Pro. So here also navbar is looking perfect because it also has 1024 pixel of screen. So now select another tablet device. We selected iPad Air which has 820 pixel screen width. See, here our navbar is looking perfect. The space between the items and button is too much, and also padding of left and right side must be decreased. But our logo name is at its place. So let's first decrease the padding of X direction in medium size devices. See, I wrote LG, then colon, then PX24. That means LG represents large size devices which have minimum 1024 pixel of width. And I also wrote MD colon PX10. So MD represents medium size devices which have minimum width of 768 pixel. See, padding decreased. Why? Because it is a medium size device which have 820 pixel of width. So it will under this 768 pixel to 1024 pixel range, which is medium size device. That's why PX10 has been applied to this navbar. Now same we will do with gaps of items. This gap 12 is for large size device and gap 8 is for medium size devices. See, gap also decrease between the nav items. We will do same in third section also. LG gap 12 and MD colon gap 8. See, it's looking perfect. Even in another tablet side devices, one more thing, it's looking perfect even in another tablet size devices. One more thing, we should give padding in top and bottom direction for navbar root div element. But now logo is not at center vertically. For this, give H full, that means height 100%, and give any background color to see the actual problem. See, we have this div and item is not vertically center. For this also we will use flex property. We will simply write flex and item center See, now it moved to the center. Now we can remove that background color. See, it looks perfect now. And see this how it looks on laptop size. So have made this Navbar responsive for tablet and laptop sizes. So we have made this Navbar responsive for tablet and laptop size devices. So took appropriate design size according to the screen sizes. And this is how it is now looking on the mobile device, where we can see all items overlapping on each other. So we will hide section 1 and section 2 in mobile device. For this, go their parent div element and write hidden, and in front of flex write md:. This ensures that the div will hidden in mobile device, and if device have minimum screen width 768 pixel, then it should be visible. See, everything got disappeared, but we want our logo name should visible in mobile size devices. So for this, put our logo section outside of the parent div element. So now only section 1 and section 3 are in one parent div, and section 2 is outside of the parent div. Now see the output. Logo name is at center as it is not hidden, but we want it at left side in mobile size. So for understanding its position, let's add a background color to it. So see how much space it took. So as we added absolute position to move it at center of the screen. So now we have to remove it for mobile size device. So what we will write md:, in front of all properties that has been used to move to it to the center. So then its initial position property will relative. Now see the output, it becomes relative and taking whole width, and it moved to our desired position. See the properties we wrote for medium sized devices. If we remove that, even though it will not affect its design in mobile device. Understood? But that will affect the design in medium sized devices. And if we again wrote earlier properties, then see design become as it was before. So you must understood this, which part of the code affects which and what part of the design. This is the concept of responsiveness. Let's come to the mobile part. Here logo name will at left side. Now we want only one menu icon in right side. So for this, go to the browser and go to remix.com, where you will get lots of icons for free. Click on this cat icon, then you will be redirected to another page. Here scroll down and find CDN. Copy this link simply, then come back to the VS Code and go to index.html. Then paste that code in head element and save the page. And now our web page has linked with remix.com. Now go to the browser and close that GitHub page and come to the home page of the remix.com. Here you can use any kind of icons in your web page. For now, we want to only menu icons. So search menu in search bar. You will get different kind of menus. From here I am choosing this menu 3. So click on this and you will get its code. So simply copy this code and come back to your Navbar component. Then below the logo section, create a div and paste that code inside it. And now see the output. You can see it is below the logo name. Now let's give it some style. Before that, we have to wrap logo section and menu icon in one div. and below part is only for tablet and laptop side devices. And upper part is for mobile devices. Now not completely, because logo name will also visible in medium sized devices, only its position will change. Now using that wrapper div, we can align them horizontally, so right flex and then justify between. See, they align correctly with desired space. We didn't give any padding in left and right direction, so this Navbar for mobile size devices, so write px5 for adding padding, and now let's remove its background color and give style to our menu icon. Text 3XL and font bold. And give items center to this wrapper div. See, now it has been completed for mobile device also. Now let's check for tablet devices. So see here, we didn't hide our menu icon in tablet side devices. So go to menu icon div and write md : hidden. This ensures that menu icon will hidden in medium sized devices. See, now our design have no issue in medium sized device also. And this is our laptop view. So we successfully made our Navbar responsive for each type of device sizes. Now we are going to create our hero section. For this, I need a title and subtitle for the web page. I have written them in a color code folder so that I can simply copy and paste them whenever needed. So here we go to components folder and create a new file with name HeroSection.jsx. Here again we will use rfc command to generate basic JSX code. Then save it and import this component in app.jsx. So we will write angle bracket then HeroSection. So after that VS Code will give a suggestion for importing it. So simply click on that suggestion, or you can click enter also. So I clicked enter here and it get imported. See the output. Here we can see the name HeroSection. That means our HeroSection component has been successfully imported. Okay, now we can design HeroSection. So in root div element, write class name attribute to give style. Here write py10 means padding in top and bottom direction is 10 means 40 pixel, and padding for left and right direction we use px, but we have already written px according to different screen sizes in Navbar component and it is already responsive, so we will directly copy that px properties from Navbar component. So this part becomes already responsive, means the padding part. So here we will have two sections. One is left part and second is right part. Each part will have same 50% width. Our left part will also have two parts. So write first part, create a div for it, and inside it we have nav items. Yes, again we have nav items that we will wrap each item in anchor tag. So write anchor tag with href attribute with a value a slash. Now just copy that and paste it for 3 more times. Now write the name of each nav items. See the output. They have no space between them. First I am giving a background color temporarily to left and right part so that you will understand how I am designing the layout of the web page. See output, upper part is left part and lower part is right part. Now let's make them horizontal aligned. So we will use flex property in root div element so it will make this section horizontally aligned. See output. Now they are horizontally aligned. Left part is at left side and right part is at right side. Now give width 50% to both of the sections so that they will take equal width. See output, now they both have equal width. See, if I erase all of these items, if I erase all of these nav items and only wrote here left, then see the output. This is how our layout look like. Left and right part with equal width. Now let's again write our nav items. Let's design these items. Let's design these nav items. Flex and flex call. Flex call will make it vertically align, like how items aligns in a column. See the output. Here also I am giving it a background color so that you can understand what is happening. Maybe you wonder for one thing that I am giving the name of the background color using BZ property, but I also give some value at last by giving a slash. So that value is the opacity of the color. Got it? You can set the opacity of the colors by giving a slash at last and a value. And you can use the value like 10, 20, 30 to 100. Okay. So see the output. The first part, which is nav items, are taking full width of left part. Now let's create our second part of left side. Create a div inside this. Create a div and inside this write h2 because we have a heading and we will bring it from color code folder. So copy the heading and paste it in h2 tag. Now write paragraph tag for subtitle of web page. Again bring it from color code folder. Copy and paste the subtitle in paragraph tag. Now see the output. It is below the first part. Let's first give background color to it so that you can understand it better. Now see, we have left and right part, and in left part we have two parts. First part is upper part and second part is lower part. Again we have to create two buttons in second part. So create a div inside it, create two more divs for more. So create a div inside it, create two more divs for two buttons. Inside first button write get started and in second button write how it works. See, our first and second part of left sides are vertically aligned in a column format, but we want it aligned in a horizontal direction. So again we will write flex to the left part. So see, it becomes horizontally aligned. So in left part we have these two parts. Now go to the heading, write text, then square bracket. So I had already explained you that you can use square bracket to give desired values that is not defined in Tailwind. Okay, so give here 68 pixel. See, our heading size increased. It is okay, but it has too much gap between the lines, so we will change its line height. So in Tailwind we write text leading for controlling the line height. So I'm writing here text leading none, so it will remove all the gaps between the lines. See the output. Now it don't have any extra gap between the lines. Then write font semibold to add some boldness to the heading. Now let's design this part. So I want equal. Now let's design this first part. So I want equal gap between these items, so I will use flex property and justify around. So see the output. Now item have equal gap between and around them. Around property makes sure that item have equal gap to its both sides. Then we have to rotate these items in 90 degree. So use rotate property to this item. So let's give the property to first part. So let's give the property to the first item. Right, rotate 90. See the output. It rotated it, but we want its opposite. So we will simply add a dash or subtract sign before the rotate property. So now it will rotate that item in minus 90 degree. So see the output. It is perfectly rotated now. It is rotated it perfectly. Same we will use this property to each of the items. Let's give it to the second item. See the output. It's perfect, but there can be a problem that if this item name being too long, then it will get wrapped to next line. To avoid this, we will use the text no wrap property to these items. Now we can add these properties to remaining items. See, all the items rotated perfectly, but we want these items in reverse order. Means item that is on top, we want it at bottom. So we will write flex call reverse. So this property will reverse the order of the items. See the output. The item which was at top is now at bottom. See, but this part is taking too much width, so I am giving an absolute width. So I will write W5. So now this will have 20 pixel of width. That is enough for this. Now see, this both first and second part don't have any gap between them. So let's give a gap property to left part to add some gap between them. Now you can see a clear gap between them. Again we have to give gap between the items of second part. So go to the second part, write flex, then flex call and gap 6. So now you can see all the items of second part are looking separated. Let's decrease the size of the nav item. So go to the first part and write text sn. And give padding in top and bottom direction to right. So write py4. See it get properly aligned to heading top part. Now let's remove background color from the nav part and left part. See how it looking. Now also remove background color from this heading part also. See, it is perfectly aligned with the first part. Now let's design the buttons. So go to the first button, write px6, py2 and background color. We will use here that same yellow logo color. So copy its color code from color code folder and paste its value here. See output. text got disappeared. So let's give color to the text. I will give black color with 80 opacity value. Okay. Now font semi-bold. Now let's design second button as well. In this button, we will copy padding property from first button, and again here also font semi-bold. Okay. Now just we have to use flex property to make them horizontally aligned. So give flex property to its wrapper div and give gap 4. Now it is looking perfect, right? Again, one thing we have to add in second button, that is one angle bracket. But we can't write it as we wrote names in button, because in React we cannot directly write an angle bracket inside the button name, because JSX treat it as an HTML tag. If we write angle bracket, JSX will interrupt it as an closing of an HTML tag, which will cause an error. Remember, we can use curly bracket and a string representation or an HTML entity to do that. Now see the output. Again we have a play button SVG file that we have to use with this button. So first we will import that SVG file in HeroSection component. For this, write import, then play icon, from /assets/ play circle fill .svg. Here nothing will change because we didn't use it. So go to the second button, inside it create a div, inside that create an image tag, and in src attribute give the name of the imported file inside the curly bracket. Then here you can see the icon. Now wrap that button text also in a span tag. And give height to the SVG file. Give the same background color that we have used it as logo text color to the div of the image. Then give flex property to the wrapper div element of second button. Remove py property. Again write item center that will align items vertically. And decrease that px value. Give some gap between them. And give rounded full property. This property is same as border radius 50%. That will convert that div into circle. Now it's looking cool, right? Button is completed. Now let's give the gradient color to the heading. Let's go to the heading, write bg gradient to br. Br means from bottom to right. Then write from white 20 to white. See the output. This is how we give gradient button using Tailwind. This is how we give gradient background using Tailwind. And now we have to use only text clip property and our text will change. Before that, write text transparent, so our text becomes transparent to the background. Now write bg clip text and see the output. That gradient came over the text. So here our left part has done. If you don't know how to make this gradient color, then you can comment. I will make a separate video on this. Now let's move to the next part. Now let's design the right part of our web page. So go to the right part, then create a div inside it. Then we have to import the image of credit cards, which is a PNG file. So use import keyword, then custom name of the file. Then from keyword, then address of the file. So now we can access that file in this component using its custom name, that is credit card image. Now go to the right part, create image element, and in src give curly brackets and give that custom name credit card image. See the output. It get imported correctly. Now first remove the background color of this right part. Then give 80% width to the inner div. So 80% could be written as 4/5. We could give alt name to the image. This name will be shown to users if image would not load correctly. Now let's give the gradient background to the image tag. For this, again write bg gradient to br. Then from ping 200 to ping 400. See the gradient background. Now let's make it 100% round. For this, write rounded full. See, it becomes full circle. Now give a border to the inner div of the right part. For this, write border and square bracket because we want to give it our own custom value, that is 20 pixel. You remember that we use square bracket for giving custom values. See, this is how it is looking. Let's give it also rounded full property. Now it becomes full circle. Let's change the border color. We are giving gray 700 with 30 opacity value. This is our output. Let again change the opacity value. Write it 20. Okay, it's done now. Let's change the position of the image. For changing its position, we will use flex properties. So go to the right part div, then write flex and item center. See, items went to the center, and now write justify end. This property will shift the items to the end side. See, it gets shifted to the right side of the right part. This component may be completed for the screen size. Now let's make it responsive for different screen sizes. Let's go to the next tab, max, which has relative pixel of width. See how our HeroSection component is looking on the screen size. Let's customize it for the screen size. So let's first increase the text size for the screen size. So we will write LG and colon here because this text size is for large size devices which have 1024 pixel of width. And we will write new text size using XL colon. Then text square bracket and 85 pixel. See, text size increased. XL is used to give style to large scale devices which have minimum screen width of 1200 pixel. Now again let's increase the PY value, write LG colon. Now again let's increase the PY value, write LG colon and write XL colon. Then I should write PY. I directly gave the value so it does nothing. See, now I am writing PY14. So this will increase the padding in top and bottom direction. Now what we have to do, these items are looking so congested. So let's increase the gap between this item. So go to the second part div and write LG colon before the old gap property. Then XL colon for new gap. See, now they are looking separated. See, it's done for the screen size, but see, anything has changed in our previous screen size or not? So see, nothing has changed. So go to the tablet size. See, I don't have exact design layout for the tablet size and mobile size, so I will make it responsive according to my choice. If you create this project, then you can also customize it according to your view. Okay, but in iPad Pro Max, the design is okay because it has 1024 pixel of screen width. So we will not change anything here. Now change the device and see this iPad here. It has width of 820 pixel and we have to make changes here because you can see our project collapse here. And same as in iPad mini also, which has 768 pixel of width. So these are our medium sizes devices. So we will use MD and colon to give specific properties to this particular screen size. Okay, go to VS Code. See, here we have given PY10 to large scale devices, but we want it for medium size devices also. So remove LG colon from this. See, now our heading becomes normal text because we have not given any text size for medium size devices. So go to the heading S2, write MD colon text 5 XL. So see, now it is looking like a heading. See, here is no gap between the items, so give gaps to the items. We have given gap for large scale and extra large scale devices. Now just write gap 3. Okay. Now I don't want this HeroSection nav items in medium sized devices, so I write initially hidden. So I will write it initially hidden and LG colon flex. So it will only visible in large scale devices. See that Navbar disappears and it's looking perfect. Only I think I should increase the gap between the items. So go to the VS Code and write gap 4. Okay, so it's perfect for the screen size. See, it's looking perfect in iPad Air also, which has 820 pixel of width, and it looks different in iPad Max because it has 1024 pixel of width. That's why this rotated navbar is visible in this device. And this is our next up device. And come again to iPad mini. Let's again increase the gap between the items here. So remove that gap 4 and also remove LG from gap 6. So this gap 6 will be initial gap value for all the devices except XL devices. This is finally done for medium sized devices. Okay. Now let's go to the mobile sizes. See, this is how it is looking on mobile size devices. See, here our left and right part are horizontally aligned. We have to make it vertically aligned in mobile size. means in column format, and also ensure that it should horizontally align in other devices. Let's do this first. Let's make them vertical align in mobile size. For this, I will write flex call initially and flex row in medium size devices which have minimum 768 pixel of width. Okay. So this will also apply to large as well as extra large devices. See, it get vertically aligned, but left and right part both have 50% width. So we will write only MD before its width property. So initially they will have 100% of width, and when device will have at least 768 pixel of width, it will apply with 50%. See the result. Now let's give a text size to our heading for mobile size. So go to the heading and write text 4XL. See, now it is looking like a heading, but it is aligned to left, but here I want it at center, so I will write text center. For initial and MD colon take left. For initial and MD colon text left. Remember one thing, you should also take care about your previous designs also. You should know that if you change something here, how it will affect for other device sizes. So manage both of the things. See the result. Now see, I want every item at center. For this I will use item center property and MD colon item star. It should as it is for other devices. See, even though subtitle not aligned to center, so go to the paragraph text, then again write text center and MD colon text left. Now see the output. Every item is moved or aligned to center. Now I want this image also at center. So for this, go to the right part and see. Here we have justify end. So simply write MD colon in front of that and write justify center. So it will shift it to the center in mobile size and at end in medium size device. See the output. But now we want this image at top. So only write reverse with flex call property. So it will reverse the item. So go to the root div and write reverse word after flex call. See output. Image went to top and add some gap between this left and right part. Now see the output is looking perfect, but we doesn't write gap 0 for medium size devices. So write MD colon gap 0. Here it will not make any change. Let's make this button also vertically aligned. So go to button div and write flex call. And MD colon flex row. And width should be 100 with width. So write W screen. But it is not correct. Let it write W full. Okay, this is looking perfect. This text top button is not at center. For this, write text center. And at second button, write justify center to center its content. Let's see how it seems at different devices. Now we have to create only one component, and that is company logo section. So we are creating a component named company logo section.jsx. Again, use rfc command to generate basic JSX code. Now import this component in app.jsx. Write open angle bracket, then write name of the component. See, VS Code is giving suggestion, just click on that. Component imported automatically. See the output here. You can see the name of the component. That means component has been imported successfully. Now let's design this logo component. Create a div. Inside that, create a unordered list using UL tag. Then give li tags, and inside the li tag give the name of the companies. Now see the output. They are aligned in a column format, but we want it in a single row. For this, we will use flex property. But before that, we have to give px property to this component. So we are copying that px properties from Navbar component because that is already responsive. See the output. Now give it a background color. So copy that yellow logo color code from color code folder and paste it as a background color. See the output, but our logo names disappeared. So give color to the text of this component. I am giving black color with 70 opacity value and increase the text size. Write text Excel and tracking wider. So this property determines the space between the letters. Now let's give the flex property to UL tag and justify between. See, logo names perfectly align in row direction. Now give ty6. So here we are giving same background color to the root div of component, but we are also giving an opacity value to it. See output, nothing has changed because it is at the back of this div. So we will slightly rotate this front div, right, rotate to see the output. But we want rotation in opposite direction, so we simply add a dash before the rotate property. Now see, we can clearly see that background div element which is stable at its position. Now we are giving a different text size for the device which have 1200 pixel width. So we wrote Excel colon text to Excel. Now let's design each of the logo name so that they look like logos. So here I am writing font 900. See output. Here I am writing font bold. And here writing font semi-bold. See the output, they are looking different. And for remaining logo name, we will use a different font style. So go to the browser and search Google Fonts. Click on the first link. and search Anton. Then get fund, then get embedded code, click import, copy this import part excluding style tag and come back to the VS Code, go to the index.css and paste it here. Again go to the browser and copy that font family property. So come back to VS Code and paste it in the index.css and close the parenthesis. Now copy this Anton regular and paste it in remaining logo names. Now see the output. So Anton font is applied to Coinbase and Binance. These all are looking like logos. Now change the device. See how it is looking here. Here, see, rotated div is not looking perfect in its starting and end point because it is rotated. So to fix this, we will use scale property. So now see, it's looking perfect, and it is already perfect in 1200 pixel device, and this is how it will look in iPad Air. And this is in iPad mini. And this is in mobile devices. Let's first fix padding for medium-sized devices. So write PY5 for medium-sized devices and PY6 for large screen devices. See, this is how it will look in tablet and this is how it will look in laptop. Now let's fix it for mobile device. So go to UL tag and write MD colon in front of justify between property. So this property will not apply in mobile devices. See the output, it has no padding and no gaps between the logos. First give a padding, write PY4. And now write gap 6. So this will add gap between the logos. But our web page is scrolling in right side. To avoid this, write overflow x hidden. But even though it is slightly moving, to avoid this, we will directly give this property to app.jsx. See, now it is not moving. See, now it is not moving anymore. See, this is our laptop view and this is our mobile view, but here we want some more gap between these buttons and logos component. So go to the logos component and write MT4 and MD colon MT0. MT means margin from top, so see the output now, and this is the laptop view, so that and this is the laptop view, so that's it. And we have completed our project. here. Thank you for watching this video till end, and please subscribe it, and please subscribe to my channel, and please comment your view on this video. I want to know your opinion. Bye bye.